size or age of stand mixer that you have. Maybe you just bought a new one. Oh, it's going to be so exciting when you get it at home. We want you to see how we can transform that mixer from really being a kitchen mixer for baking or recipes, but turn it into almost a kitchen assistant. And with this particular attachment, this is a stand mixer sifter attachment, and we have it with a scale. So you and I were talking earlier, we're both bakers.
That's right.
In baking, precision is everything because it's science.
It is.
You have to have the exact amount of flour, the exact amount of whatever other ingredients you're using, but not everybody knows that, or prepares or scoops their flour in the right way.
That's right.
So this attachment is going to ensure when you need a cup of flour, you're going to exactly have your cup of flour because now you have a way to measure and sift.
That's right. So here I have 3 cups of flour that look all the same. So this one is how we learned in home ec class. You spoon the flour, you level it off. So that one is 205 grams.
Okay.
This one was weighed and sifted. They look the same. That one is 201 grams.
Ah.
This one was kind of scooped against the side of the flour container. We've all done that. That one is 214 grams.
Wow.
So there are some big variations.
Even though it looks like it's all just a cup of flour.
That's right. So that's where we end up having baking blenders. So if you really want to up your baking game, it's great to, get this attachment because it makes it so much easier. So you're going to weigh, you're going to sift inside, and then it's going to shoot it into the bowl automatically for you.
Wow.
So weighing is so important. If we could take a look at a graphic that I have.
Yeah, sure.
It's a picture of some bread, and it's going to show you one loaf that is really fluffy and one loaf that is more condensed. The condensed one there that you can see had more flour in it. And the fluffier one had less flour.
The exact amount.
The exact amount of flour. So it gave room for the yeast to really do its work and not have that additional flour weighing it down.
That's great.
Now I have another picture that is going to show a chocolate cake. So along with weighing, sifting is important too, but we don't often do it because it can be a little messy.
Yes.
So you can see the cake on the right is fluffy. It was sifted, so you're going to get those fluffy results. The cake on the left, you can see it's more condensed. There's even some little hard bits of flour inside there. So let me go through and just show you how the unit works.
Can I show, these are the 3 pieces, right? Can I use the scale just by itself, or does it always have to be attached in this 3-piece set?
That's the beauty of this. It is so versatile. So this is the scale unit. It's actually battery operated. You can take the cover from the hopper, place that on the scale, and it becomes your standalone kitchen scale.
Love that.
So that's great when you're measuring cheese or chocolate chips.
Yes.
So this is going to work on any KitchenAid stand mixer. It's going to come into 3 pieces. So first you're just going to attach it into the hub, and in here is where your sifting mechanism is.
Okay.
Then you're just going to take your scale portion and it just clicks right on, and this is your 4-cup flour hopper that has a valve that you open and close.
Got it.
So when you're ready to start your baking, and there's a conversion chart in the book if your recipe does not tell you how many grams or ounces of flour or whatever you have to add. So let's say we're going to add some powdered sugar. Let's make a chocolate frosting here. You add as much as the recipe calls for, so that's 137 grams, but then lots of times you have other dry ingredients to add too. So there's a special button in the center here called tare. So that takes it back to 0. So now you can measure how much cocoa powder.
Oh, nice.
And then you could add your baking soda and your baking powder. So it's just a very easy way to weigh your ingredients. And then when you're ready, it has this chute here. It goes up and down and it swivels. So it can go into your mixing bowl or into a separate bowl.
Right, because you may not always be using what you're doing here in your mixing bowl recipe,
That's right. And the whole mechanism works by your stand mixer. So if you want it to sift more quickly, you just turn up the power of your stand mixer.
This is awesome.
How beautifully fluffy your results are. And it's so much neater when you're baking. If you've ever had flour puff out of the bowl or powdered sugar, especially when you're making frosting,
yes,
look at how nicely it adds it in a controlled rate. It almost just makes it more hands-free.
I feel like this is going to breathe some new life into your KitchenAid stand mixer too, right? I mean, you've been using it for a long time, you love it, you know what you use it for, but now you have another reason to use it, which I think is something we all get excited about. This was a new attachment to me as a baker. I think it's brilliant. I think also being able to really make sure that your measurements are spot on.
Yes.
Like you said, it's going to be a game changer between the way you used to make chocolate chip cookies or brownies to how you're going to make them now. Tina, thanks for being here. We're going to see you in a little bit with our one day only, which is an awesome 5-cup chopper coming up.